Hello, people. We're here again. This is Two Broke Guys and a Stack of Comics, ready to give you that entertainment that you've been needing all week. You've got your comic books. Now it's time to listen to us complain about how much they cost. Anyways, it's I got my co-host here. It's that Big Doom, all caps.
Sup, Cap? Sup, Internetos?
Yeah. It's me, Captain Cummings, We're just getting it smooth. Maybe I won't say about 300 times.
Yeah, right. I won't say wow.
That shit's tight.
Yeah, right.
All right. So where can we find you at, Doom?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at PanaRed1. That's PanaRedOne, all one word. Lower cases on those. And that's where you can find me at. Or you can find me on 2BrokeGuys and a Stack of Comics podcast that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Which is on YouTube or I believe Podbean, right, Kat?
Oh yeah. We got a few hits on Podbean, and
I've seen that.
We got some on YouTube as well. We thank you guys for listening.
Most definitely appreciate that.
Also, you can find me in a lot of places. I guess
all over
the place. Instagram, that's on Captain Cummings. Mystery Vlog for Twitter. V for blog, not blog. And YouTube is Captain Cummings as well. So you can hit me up on there. I got silly videos and interesting videos and cooking videos. It's like a life vlog channel,
nice.
If you will, or whatever. So anyways, how'd your comic book week go this week at the store?
It went great, actually. I got my books, what I wanted to get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about them. Seen a couple of books that I was interested in, but, as the old saying goes, the price wasn't right. So I left them.
Yep.
And, I picked up, let me tell you what I got, Kat?
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to know.
Okay, well, I guess we'll get into the, a little album segment after this, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I guess we're skipping it around. Oh, well. As long as we do the whole thing, I guess, that's all that matters.
Yeah, you know what? We might bring it to you guys at the end this time.
Yeah, we'll do that now.
If you stick around.
You guys can leave early, because if you guys don't like hip-hop, then you just probably ain't going to listen anyway.
Exactly. We're getting right to the books this week. So I picked up Bunker, issue 3. By Ani Press. The writer is Joshua L. Valkoff, and I believe the artist is Joe Infernari. I hope I didn't mess it up. If I did, I'm sorry. But this book I've been enjoying this book. The artwork is it's a little sketchy. It looks better this issue than it has the last 2 issues. So maybe the artist is getting a feel for it or whatever. But it's been a good story, real interesting concept. I believe college kids go to bury a time capsule, dig up, to bury it, hit a bunker, go inside the bunker, realize they have notes from their future selves, telling them, the world is going to be like an apocalyptic world in the future, and this is what they need to do to, I guess prevent that or make sure that happens, because then the world will be destroyed completely. So it's real interesting. I like it, man. It caught me off guard. I didn't know anything about it. Picked it up. Been on it ever since. Check it out. The Bunker by Ani Press. Good stuff.
Sounds really good.
Also picked up TMNT by IDW, issue 33. One of my favorite books. Kevin Eastman, I believe, is writing it. Yes, story by Kevin Eastman. And we got art by Matteo Santaluco. So he was not on the last arc, but he's back. I like his artwork, actually. And there's not much I can say about it. You know, Turtles, good stuff.
It's a lovely cover.
People love it. Cowabunga Turtles. This is a little more serious, but, you know, I've been enjoying this. So, yeah, that's all I got for this week, Kat.
It's pretty good haul right there, though. I mean,
I'm happy with it.
It's not always about how many you get, you know, but
quality over quantity, Kat. That's our motto over here.
Mhm. Well, 2 of the books that I was supposed to get last week still haven't come in, so who knows if I got to order them or something. I don't know. But anyways, I got Secret Origins #1, which this is a high pricer, $4.99, but that covers like top-notch stuff there.
I like the cover on that.
And this one's going to be like the origin story of Superman, Robin, and Supergirl. And I think this will be real interesting because everybody was complaining at the beginning of the New 52, you know, what's the origins of all these people and all this stuff. And now we've got like a ground basis in all these stories of the New 52, and now we can, you know, they're going to show the flashlight on what these people's origins are, you know, if you will, and answer some questions or whatever. It's got Greg Pak and Kyle Higgins and all these other people on the book, and I believe it's going to be rotating. So I think it's going to be a pretty good book to get on the ground floor of and check out every week. One and done stories, you know, and different people doing them. You're never going to be like bored with it, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I got that one, and then What If Age of Ultron #4. We got one more issue of this after this book, and then this one's done.
You've been enjoying that, right?
Oh man, this is like the best book that I've read in a while. Like I don't even understand how it's that good. You know, like when you read something, you're like, how the hell was that so good?
It surprised you, didn't it?
Yeah. Because I just picked it up on the whim, like, let's check this out. And then, like, I was like, man, damn, this is a good book.
Right.
You gotta love when a book's like that, you know? I mean,
I'm gonna get that in trade.
It was good. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that in trade.
It's another one and done stories, though. So, like, if you don't like one and done stories, it might not be for you. But, like, I like those. So it's like, you know, it's the same topic every book, but it's a different story. So it's like...
Oh, so I could pick up issue 3 or 2 and be good.
If you wanted to, but I mean, if, you know, in stock trades for like $7, you'll probably be able to get the whole trade.
Definitely. I was just asking, like, if I just went in there and it's like, let me get issue 2 and read it.
Yeah, you could get this one and know what's going. You would understand what's going on without like reading #1 or whatever.
Nice.
So, you know, what are we talking about this week for books? You wanted to talk about Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, I got Superior Spider-Man, issue 31. This is the last issue of this series.
Isn't this weird that Batman has been going for 30 issues and Superior Spider-Man's been going for 31 after like half the time? Or a third of the time?
That double shipping, man. That double shipping, man.
Anyways, go on.
Marvel made sure, you know, the last 2 issues of this, that they made sure they dipped in our pockets heavy, because last issue was $4.99, I believe, and this issue was $5.99. And
are they any thicker?
Yeah, I mean, you got an extra story in the back. And this issue, you get an extra Silver Surfer story in the back, which I didn't read. Listen, I didn't even notice it was back there, because there's nothing on the front cover saying that it's in there. And then once I seen the letter pages, I just closed the book. So, looking at it before we started talking today, I just noticed that it was in there. I'm going to read it. But
yeah, you paid $5 for that.
Exactly. I want to get my money's worth. But yeah, it was interesting. Like I said, I enjoyed it. But there's little things, you know, you can complain about if you want to nitpick. But for the most part, it was okay. But it felt like For we've been going through all this, and Doc Ock has been going through everything he's went through for 30 issues to protect his identity and to be the superior Spider-Man. To just give up the mantle like that was kind of a little disappointing, I think. For I don't think I'm the only person that feels like that. But we got Peter Parker back, and I enjoyed the story for what it was. You get basically like two stories in here. The first part of the book is like the action of him fighting the Green Goblin, who reveals that it's Norman Osborn, who basically got like a face change or plastic surgery, if you want to call it, or whatever. And the part that was weird to me the most about this is when after he fought Norman Osborn and he basically defeated him. It was a part of the story where Spider-Man was walking him to the police, and there was like this spider sense jammer that I believe that Norman had, or somebody had it. I believe it was Norman who had it. I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but somebody had it. But anyway, Liz Allen had the spider jammer at towards the end of the story, and she accidentally, so she says, quotation mark, accidentally pushed the button. And it messed up Spider-Man's like senses or whatever, gave him like a headache or whatever, and he let go of Norman Osborn. Norman Osborn just ran away, and Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099 from the future, was standing there, and he just grabbed Liz Allen's hand with the spider jammer and let Norman Osborn run away. Is he a superhero or not? Like, you know what I mean? Catch the bad guy. Use your spider webs, trip him up on his feet or something. Wrap him up. So Norman Osborn got away, and it's not the last we're going to see of him, obviously. But it was a good story for what it was. There's other things I can complain about, but check the issue out for yourself if you can digitally. Go pick the issue up. I'm trying to save you some money on this, so I'll probably go digital on this. I don't know. I mean, pick it up on the shelf, skim through it or whatever. If you've been reading this, I would say pick it up. But if you haven't, you just want to know, just check it out real quick, real fast, skim through it. Mm-hmm. And there's a second story by Christos Gage, and it's basically called Actions Have Consequences. And I guess we're dealing with the consequences now of what happened from Doc Ock, mind swapping with Peter. And, he talks to Mary Jane, and Mary Jane, she doesn't really want anything to do with, him, because he's, continuing to be Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And Carly Cooper, she leaves the city. She's still trying to recover from the goblin serum that she got injected with. And, Jay Jonah, he resigns from mayor. And, things change. The status quo changes, but it's not really like, I don't see any, when I read the story, Cass, I didn't really see any major consequences, you know what I mean, other than he was never dating Mary Jane before the mind swap. They were working on things, but he wasn't dating her, so that's not changing. Carly Cooper leaves the city, and then Mayor J. Johnson steps down, so...
That's pretty big, because, I mean... He was the mayor, now he's not. That being the mayor of New York City is pretty powerful. I mean, he's definitely the most powerful mayor in the world. Whoever's right. New York City mayor.
Yeah, he they're coming at him because of the Spider Slayers, and they're mad at him because the Spider Slayers were attacking the police after Norman Osborn took over them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And Spider-Man tries to talk him into staying and whatever, not resigning, and he doesn't do it. He calls Spider-Man a hypocrite, and they go through a little back and forth. It wasn't bad, man. It wasn't that bad, but it could have been better, I think. I think that I don't know. I think it got wrapped up too neatly. It still should be messy for Peter. It is a little messy for him, but Doc Ock murdered people. And I think it should just be a little bit more messier for him.
For Peter or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody just automatically, Peter, is really you? All right, we believe you, Peter. It is you.
Well, and it seems weird that you mentioned that Peter talked to Mary Jane, and they're still split up, or they're not an item or whatever, and it's like why even put that in there if you're just you're just putting that in there to like upset the fans or whatever, because there's a lot of fans that want Peter with Mary Jane. They've been waiting for that for years. Like, I can remember people really wanting that to happen in Spider Island, and that was like what, 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
So like, just to put that in now, they're basically saying, hey, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and
it's like I don't know. It's kind of like trolling on the fans, in my opinion. Just a little bit.
I'll probably lose some votes because I honestly do not even care if Peter Parker is with Mary Jane or not. That's the least. That's the least thing I'm interested in about Spider-Man.
Well, they did like 30 years worth of Peter Parker and Mary Jane stories. I don't really care either, but a lot of people really do. So like, to put that in there as like, no, we're not going to do it. To me, it's like a little bit trolling. Why even do it? Like, you could have used that time to address something else. Like, it's kind of like Days of Our Lives type storytelling, like right there. Like,
yeah, like. They could have dealt with that in Amazing Spider-Man, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Amazing Spider-Man.
Well, why even have her in the book then? I mean, if they're not going to be together, like.
Yeah.
Maybe give her her own book or something. They do wild shit all the time.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It felt weird. It felt weird. This issue felt kind of weird to me, man. Like, certain little things felt weird, man.
But you're still going to get the first issue of the next one to check it out.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely on board for that $6 book.
Well, I'm getting 4 of them because I already ordered it. It's like, I think it was $20, and then I get 4 variants of the book or whatever.
Oh, that's nice.
So I might keep one, but I'll sell the rest of them.
Yeah, why not? You don't need 4 of the same book.
I don't need 4 Amazing Spider-Mans, number ones, unless it's like the original.
Yeah, of course, but the artwork was good, and then I'll say that the artwork was great. I like Giuseppe Camuncoli's artwork. It was good. I liked it.
That's good.
And another thing,
who's let me ask one question. Who's drawing Amazing Spider-Man number 1?
Humberto Ramos.
Oh.
You like Humberto Ramos?
No.
Oh,
I'll just stop it at there. I don't want to complain.
Some people really, 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 really like Humberto Ramos' art, man. Like, really like it.
Well, it's like anime or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I like it, sometimes I don't.
Sometimes it's not horrible. I mean, and horrible just means I don't like it. It doesn't mean that he's
Right.
garbage. Obviously, he makes a lot of money, so he's not garbage.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to think what it was a part. Yeah, the Avengers, man. Like, last issue, the Avengers were going to lock Spider-Man up.
Now they're all best buddies again. Like, I totally knew you were a bad guy. Now you're a good guy. I can tell. What?
Yeah,
Get the fuck. Get the hell out of here.
Like, it just seems so like Dan Slott just wrapped it up so neat and easy, man. Like, I wanted to see Peter Parker build himself back up.
I bet you that's what's going to happen. Like, you're going to see stuff go wrong in probably not Amazing Spider-Man number 1, but I bet like from 2 and on, you'll start to see him get drugged down, especially with like the Spider-Verse coming up or whatever. Like, that's going to run shit wild probably, and then like from there it will go on, or I don't know. Who the hell knows what he's going to do?
Yeah, I mean, the artwork was, I liked the artwork a lot. The story was okay. I still think there's some things that need to be addressed, like Anna Marie Marconi, the Doc Ock's girlfriend. They gotta address that. I don't want to see her disappear.
Just disappear,
like
and then you don't ever see her again.
Yeah, that's not good. Doc Ock left Spidey 2099 in the last issue when he was fighting the Spider Slayers. Doc Ock just left him there to fight the Spider Slayers by himself. Peter Parker shows up this issue, right?
Yeah.
And helps him, and he just accepts that, like, it is you. Like, I'd have been freaking out, like, dude, like, you left me, like, we're gonna have to get it on, like, I don't want to hear anything you have to say, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They ended up teaming up and going after the bad guy together after that. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. But, I mean, for what it was, I enjoyed it. When I read it, I did enjoy it. It wasn't that bad. Just little nitpicks, but, you know. I'm happy that Peter Parker's back.
Yeah, that is good. I mean, I had totally different opinions on, like, that whole thing. I thought they should, like, do 2 books at the same time, with one as Amazing Spider-Man and one as Superior, or just, like, because it's weird not, and even though the book's selling, like, it's weird not having Amazing Spider-Man around. But, you know, you can't complain too much if it's working for them or whatever they want to do.
Yeah, it just feels weird that for Doc Ock, for all that he went through in issue 700,
all the way till now, nothing really happened.
Yeah, to just give it up like that. Like, you know what? You're the better Spider-Man. Yeah, you take it over. After all that you went through, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it just felt weird, man. And then Doc Ock wasn't even in this issue, Cap.
I know. It's weird.
Yeah, it just felt weird.
Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's the big send-off. Shouldn't this be like, I guess, like, 31 was like the wrap-up issue. Like, 30 was like the final conclusion issue, and this was like the epilogue or something.
Yeah, well, he definitely should have had a mind battle with Doc Ock, first of all, before, you know, they should have been definitely battling for Peter Parker's mind and body or whatever before, you know, if they had a mind battle and then Doc Ock said, you know what, you know, you won or whatever, you know, he just gave it to him, like, come on, come with me. I'm sitting in a chair. Put my helmet on. Erase all my memories. You got all your memories back. You know, Peter Parker only had 31 memories at one time.
What?
He had because Doc Ock killed a lot of his memories off.
Oh.
So yeah, he had 31 memories. So, you know, everybody started thinking, okay, 31 memories. The issue ends in 31. If you go back to the Silver Age, Amazing Spider-Man issue 31, isn't that the death of Gwen Stacy? No, that's not the death of Gwen Stacy, but that's the first appearance of Gwen Stacy, right?
Yeah. Something, I don't know.
Something like that, right?
Here, wait a second. We'll look it up, and then we'll edit it. We'll edit it. We'll edit it in there smooth like butter.
Right. But that 31, though, you know, that 31 was a, you know, it seemed like a real significant number, and then all of a sudden, boom, all my memories are back. You know, everybody believes that I'm Peter Parker for real. But, you know...
That seems really stupid, because, like, the Avengers were angry with Spider-Man by, like, issue 2. Yeah, it is 31.
Okay.
So, like, to have it, like, to where nobody cares that, like, he was this terrible person or whatever, like, it's weird.
He murdered people,
In, like, broad daylight.
Yeah. You know, and then, oh, man, I think that Doc Ock is hiding in a fragment of Peter Parker's mind. It's going to pop back up. That's what I think, because that's what Peter Parker did. He hid in a fragment of Doc Ock's mind and then got caught in there, you know. So I think that's what's going to happen in Amazing Spider-Man issue 1. Maybe. I hope that's what happened. I'll be happy. That will kind of, you know, make up a little bit for this, you know. I feel like it's kind of a cop-out a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds that way. I mean, a lot of people were saying that too. Like it's like, what? It's so wild. Like, I don't know about a lot. I only read like two things on it.
Yeah, I only seen like the 2 reviews myself. Really, just 1, really.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. It's good that Peter's back, I guess, even though this story seems like it just sort of. This last story was like this good run that sort of puttered off at the end.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, well.
It fizzled out. Just fizzled out.
But you're big on it again because Peter's back and it's going to be a new #1. Marvel now.
Right now.
All right. So when does that come out? Like next month or this month?
I believe it comes out. What's April 30th?
Okay.
Is that Wednesday? Is that Wednesday?
That'd be next Wednesday.
Yeah, whenever the next comic book day is, I think that's gonna be Spider-Man time.
Okay. So next week.
Right.
All right. Well, do I want to go over my book now, I guess?
Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. So
I got, it's been a long time coming for this book, but Frankenstein Alive Alive #3.
Ooh, yes. I want to hear about this one.
All right, so this is done by Bernie Wrightson and Steve Niles, and they came out with the second issue, 2012 maybe, I believe, in December. So it was like almost 2013, and then like a few months before that they came out with the first issue. So it's been a long time coming for this issue, and it's real interesting. Like, I would probably have to reread the whole thing to get the whole story, but you don't need to read it to get the whole thing either. Like, a lot of what this book is to me is just looking at how like realistic and traumatizing like the pictures are. You know, you see that artwork right there. Like, where's a real detailed one? Oh, like these zombies right here. Like, oh man, because it deals with Frankenstein's monster, like dealing with the fact that he's a murderer. You know, he's a monster. He's angry with himself that he's this terrible person, and it's like he feels deep regrets with it. But you got Frankenstein there, like talking to him as well, and just how terrible of a person he is, and like he just wants to like beat the shit out of Frankenstein for it because he's a bad person. You know, you look at that and it's like, damn man, that's some serious pictures right there.
Wrightson's artwork, you could just sit there and stare at that for hours.
Like, you could seriously just like, oh man, this one right here, like it's the laboratory one. You're just looking at that stuff, like all the detail that's in that whole room. You know that took him like a long time to get that stuff like out there.
So much detail. It looks so good.
And the story was a lot better than I was like expecting it to be. You know, I liked the whole thing with the monster feeling regret. You know, you don't really see that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it also has in the back a chapter 4 of Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus. And it's just like a chapter out of the book from Mary's book or whatever. Like, it's just big long pages of words.
Oh, okay.
I didn't read that, but just to be honest, I guess. And they got, oh man, I didn't notice this at first. They took some scans of the art up close and put them on there so you can see them like in better detail. I mean, that's just awesome. So, you know, it's pretty good. If you're into monsters, if you're into like monster movies from like the 50s or just regular monster books in general, I would say go for this book, because I mean, why not? Or just good artwork, I guess, you know.
Yeah. Listen, yeah, I think just picking that book up, if you're into good artwork and you like to see, like you said, monsters, you know, if you're just into good artwork, I would say pick that up, just off the artwork alone.
And you're getting a decent story in the on top of that. You know, it's not like great artwork with like a garbage story. No, it's pretty good. Right.
Yeah, I would say pick that up. Just, you know, give it a shot, because that artwork is amazing.
And they have a reprint if you can't find the original stories that's out for issues 1 and 2. So, you know, for like $10 you get like 3 issues, and you can you'll be looking at these books for like an hour, just studying the detail that's in these pictures. So that's all I got, I guess, for that. Do we want to talk about Batman?
I mean, if you want to talk about it, we can go for it. We definitely can go for it. I don't really have much to say about it too much. Batman has definitely, I think this issue was better.
Well, I thought it was a book that we both bought,
Right. I think it was better. I read it. I think it was better, but I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. I'm not catching something with this Batman title, I don't think.
Well, Scott Snyder. Well, I talked to him about the last book, and like he went deep into detail about the symbolisms. He writes a lot of symbolism in his books. Like you gotta catch what he's putting down, and I can't really I can't just pull that shit right out of my head. That was like a couple months ago.
We'll be here for hours probably trying to get that together.
Yeah. But like it was about sacrifice and all this stuff, but and vengeance, and his parents died. Like I asked him why his parents died in that issue, and he gave me a long explanation that I understood when he told me, but that was a while ago. I forgot it. So, and when he told me, I was like, damn,
cat.
What was that?
You gotta write this stuff down, man.
He like spread it on quick. Like I was like, damn. I was like, and then I was like, man, that makes the book like a lot better.
Right.
Like I thought the book was all right, and then when he told me that, and I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was like, that brings the book up from like being all right to like pretty good,
Right.
And with this book, Greg Capullo's artwork's like top notch, man. Like. And the coloring, man. This is like a Skittles book, man, with all the colors on this book. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I like the artwork in there a lot.
And just the detail, like look at this right here. This panel right here with the water tower spilling over, and just look at. You didn't have to draw all of those lines on that water tower.
That's beautiful.
He didn't have to put all those lines on that water tower. You can see like every board
right.
on the water tower.
It looks real good. I love Capullo's artwork, man.
Yeah, he's a beast on it.
Yeah, he is. And
so,
I see him on Twitter sometimes, and when I see his work, I'm like, that looks crazy. Like, I don't even see what the hell you're doing. And then, like, 45 minutes later, you put the same picture back on. You're like, oh, okay.
Then look at this city drawing right here. I didn't even notice it the first time that I...
Yeah.
I mean, it must have took him some time to draw this map here.
The little map, right.
I mean, jeez. And it pays off, I mean... I don't really know where this story's going at this point in time. He's got some... Snyder, you got to be smart because he's always dealing with symbolism, and if you don't catch it, you might not like the story at all. I don't think
That's
I catch
it. Like, when I read it, I feel like I'm missing something. That's why it's funny you say that he does a lot of symbolism, because when I read it, I'm like, it's a good story, but I feel like I'm not catching something. Like, I feel like I'm missing something. So it's funny you say that.
Yeah, I think the whole the guy that has to try to stump the Riddler. There's some sort of I'm wondering if that isn't some sort of like an older story at some point. Was there like a king that like he would relinquish his throne if you stumped him in some sort of way or something?
Yeah, like he couldn't solve a riddle or something like that.
Yeah. I can't think of it. I would have to do some research and think about it for a minute, but I don't. It seems like maybe that's the type of story that he's doing or something. Like it's based off another older tale or history piece or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. But I like it. I mean, it was all right.
Right. It was cool. It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad.
Like a lot of the books, I'm like, it was all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my pull list got completely chopped up, within the last couple of months. I just couldn't deal. I can't deal with the mediocre no more. It has to be, I have to really be in 100% or it's gone.
Yeah, I just like this because Greg's artwork is incredible in it. So, I gotta stick with his beasting it out on this book until at least they're done. But it sounds like they're going till like issue 50. So we got like 20 more months of this beasting it every month.
Yeah, I have faith in Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo as a creative team, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, because this is just the backstory anyways. You can take this for what it is. It's not what's going to be in the future. I don't think this is going to drive, what comes after these next 5 issues, because that's how much longer this book is 5 issues, right?
Yeah.
And then it's going to go into the future again, or the present, or wherever the hell we are.
With Batman Eternal, man, we could be jumping into the future next arc or something.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. It's what it is. It's Batman every month. It's one of the highest selling books.
Yeah, I dig it. I got faith in them. Like I said, I got faith in those guys, man. I dig it.
It's like Dan Slott's Spider-Man. You have your expectations, and then when it isn't what you want, sometimes you just feel down about it. And I mean, I heard Bendis say something one time that just like put it in perspective. He said, whenever you hear a storyline and you instantly hate it before you read the book, you're the one putting that idea in your head, not the person that wrote it.
Right.
So you're already setting yourself up for like not liking it before you even read it. Like, I don't know. And
you're preconditioning your mind to say, you know what, even when this comes out, I'm not gonna like it. Even if it's good, I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah, it's like just read it and judge for yourself. I mean, I think that's basically what he was saying. And I probably messed up his quote. So if he happens to listen to this, I didn't mean to mess your quote up, Mr. Bendis. I'm sorry.
Never respect for you, Bendis.
You be hitting that all new X-Men up hard.
Yeah, right. I got faith in the Batman book. I'm gonna stick with it. Sometimes, like I said, I have shaky moments when I'm like, but I'm gonna stick with it, man. I'm not getting any other DC books, so
yeah,
I'll hold on to it. I've been reading it since issue 7 of Quarter Owl, so might as well keep on going.
Yeah, I've been going since issue 1, and I mean it's a good run, so you might as well knock it out. Especially if Greg's art, if Greg jumped off for whatever reason, and somebody else jumped on artwork, I might drop it. I might, I mean, there's no telling. I probably wouldn't, but I might.
It depends on how the artist is. If the artist can hold his own, then I'll give it a shot. But if he's like really taking it like way out of pocket, then it might affect my enjoyment of that book.
There's nothing wrong with jumping off a book and going and hitting something else up. I mean, there's no,
absolutely not.
And so, like, it wouldn't be nothing for me if like one of those guys jumped off and stopped doing it to go try something else. Why not? They're trying something else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's a movie or something where you're going to the movie theater and this is buying a comic book or whatever, and these things are like $4 a piece.
I have a question. Nobody has ever filled in for Scott Snyder on Batman, have
they? Annual number 2, that Margaret Bennett or whatever her name is.
She writes Batgirl sometimes too, right?
She did Lois Lane also. A bunch of one-shots at this point in time. And I believe she just got announced for Earth 2. She's going to be writing that book. So.
No, the books she fills in on are pretty good stories. Like, she's not bad. So.
Yeah, I can't wait to check it out, I guess, at some point in time.
Right.
Like, I've liked all her stuff. Um, yeah, so.
Nice.
All right, so we want to get into the hip hop albums, I guess, that you should go listen to.
All right, so we jump into the hip hop albums. You go first this time. I went first last week.
All right, all right. Well, I was thinking while I was running, we had some Bone Thugs come on, and it was like it was that one with the Biggie song. I don't remember what it's called, but like
Notorious Thugs, I believe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That song's it's banging. So I'm going with what is it called? East 1999 Eternal.
Yes.
That's the one I'm going with. That's like the pivotal hip hop album for like the mid '90s.
That's their first album, right?
I don't know, but it's the best.
Whatever their first album was, I love that first album. Whatever it was, man.
Yeah, it had like it had
that.
First of the Month,
Right.
and it had the one that had Eazy as a ghost because he died of AIDS. Yeah, Crossroads. That was their big single hit that they had.
Right.
And they've come back multiple times and had some decent albums, but that first one, that's the banger right there. You want to hit that one up.
Check it out. All right, you want to jump into my album real fast?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Now, this album I'm gonna talk about is like you really have to go digging for this.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's the most popular album.
Better get that Google or that YouTube.
Yeah, but it's Keith Murray. The album name's Enigma, and I can't even think of some of the songs on there, but it's just a good album. Like, I think there's a song called I don't know. But it's songs on there. It was only like one single on there. There was only like one single on there that was really like the main, commercial success. The rest of the songs were all bangers, but they were like, they didn't have the commercial sound. They're like real hip hop album.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's like the guy that features on all of Redman's albums. He's
right.
He comes in and does his verse, and that stuff's beast when he's on that verse. But he's not Redman or whatever. Like.
Right. He's definitely a lyricist. You know what I mean? He's very lyrical and Keith Murray, The Enigma. Check that album out. I don't know how easy it is to find, but it came out like in the '90s. So.
Just YouTube it and look it up. You can listen to the whole album on.
Right.
Well, that's what I love about
YouTube it. I have a hard time finding some of the songs.
Ooh. What I like is they'll have like whole albums on YouTube. So you just click on the whole album. You just clean the house. You're listening to like whatever the case may be, the whole album without even just messing around.
Yeah, definitely.
So just do that up. You know what we forgot to do though? We forgot to look at Comic List and see what we're buying next week.
Oh, we can do that right now, Cat.
Yeah. All right, Batman Eternal #4.
We already know that's coming out.
Forever Evil Aftermath. Batman versus Bane #1. You know what? If I don't have no books, I might get that. It's a one-shot too. I like one-shots,
Me too. I'll do one-shots quicker than I'll do
a #1 full.
Yeah.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe #12. I'm getting that one. That's it for DC. So I might get 2 books from them.
Oh, I got Deadly Class #4.
Nice. I can't wait for that one to get on trade. I'm gonna hit that up.
That book is crazy.
You know what? You know which one I'm mad that I didn't get was the Black Science one. Man, those dropped the ball.
I got the first issue, and that's it.
You didn't like it, or?
I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't. It was cool. I just couldn't. It was cool. I don't know, man. I think it was a little bit too sci-fi for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Everybody loves it, but
I'm just gonna hit it up with the trade, and then that'll be it. Like.
Yeah.
What Image books are coming out? Pretty Deadly trade comes out if you guys want to hit that up.
Cool.
I'm probably not, but that's all right.
Me
Oh,
neither.
Southern Bastards #1. I got that on my pull list.
Come on, tell me you're kidding. That's coming out. Oh, I'm getting that. I'm getting that. I didn't even know that was coming out. I looked right over that. I'm getting that.
All right. They got a lot of Image First #1s for like everything, it looks like. So,
Oh yeah,
if you
for a
want to
dollar.
hit
Yeah, for a dollar, no doubt.
if you want to hit those up, whatever. um, Marvel, we're up at the Marvel. All New X-Men 26, Amazing Spider-Man #1. They don't have a price on. Oh, $5.99. Um, yeah. So Avengers 28, I'll be getting that.
A lot of books this next week.
Yeah. So how many have I counted out so far? I said Batman versus Bane. I might get that. Then I had He-Man, Southern Bastards, Avengers, and New Avengers. That book hasn't come out for a while. And then What If. So I got like 6 books next week.
Oh, it's nice. It's heavy.
It's a heavy week. What If is the last one. Another one's a one-shot. So it's nothing like, it's a heavy week, but it's not like it's nothing that's dragging out over time or whatever.
No, it's a nice pick. That's a nice haul.
And you'll be getting Amazing Spider-Man.
Getting hit with that $6 tag.
That's about all it looks like you got, though, isn't it? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's all on my pull. I'm getting Southern Bastards though, definitely. So we're gonna be talking about that book.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
Because you got Jason Aaron and Latour. What's his first name? Is his name Jason too?
I'm about to say Jason Latour, I believe.
So you got 2 Jasons on there. They're both from the South. They're just doing their.
It's gonna be good.
It's I don't know if it's gonna have like the feeling of like a Scalped. If you guys have read Scalped.
Yeah, I never read that.
I read 2 of the trades and it was really good, but like I don't know, it was just not my thing or whatever. I didn't feel like reading any more of it, so I never got the trades.
I mean, that's like me with what's that movie? I mean, what's that book called that's getting made into the film now? Preacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read the first trade. I got the second trade and never never went back to read it. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like.
I think they got Preacher at the library, so I could just read it there.
Yeah, I read. It's not bad, but I mean, I'm getting Amazing Spider-Man, Southern Bastards, Deadly Class, and then that's it. And I might, play around with something else.
All right. So we got a good week of comics next week.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
All right. So we're hitting about the hour mark, and we've been having fun. You got any last words?
Check out the previous 2 shows we did. They're a little rough, but skip through and listen to what you like, what you don't like. Skip through it, whatever. But give us a shot. Check me out on Twitter at PanaRed1, PanaRedOne. I don't say too much on there, but when I do say something, it's important. Yeah, that's it, man. And, enjoy your books, man. And that's it.
Yeah.
Don't fly.
And I'm going to tell you, go to Captain Cummings and subscribe, because soon I'm going to have a contest. I'm going to get some little books away that I've been having sitting there. And I want to get rid of them, so you guys need to subscribe so I can mail these shits off to you. But I'm waiting for 100 subscribers, so just go hit it up and you can get some free shit. Okay, so
nice.
That's it. You listen to our podcast, you ain't subscribed, go to Captain Cummings, subscribe. All right, so we'll see you later. You guys have a great week. We're glad you listened if you listened this long, because that's a long time.
Yes,
be taking an hour away from somebody. We're appreciative, and we'll see you guys next week. And bada bing, bada boom.
Bada boom. Yes.
Peace.
Rock that ass to sleep with discreet techniques. I beast that freak up the week like I made knee deep. Hold up, rotate around the solar, better than Cobra. Composure never sleeps, my stream pump Folgers. I'm sauteing MCs with fried rice up in the walk without the MSG and chopped celery.